Hey people, today I want to talk shotguns, and I want to talk Spas 12 and the 870. The Spas 12 is a new addition to Battlefield 3 that came with the Close Quarters DLC. It's people are looking forward to get their filthy little hands on this shotgun, and I kind of understand why. It's a very popular shotgun, especially from the Call of Duty series. So now we got it here, and let's see what it can do. In my experience, the Spas 12 is like any other pump action shotgun, well, basically any other shotgun in this game, a bit of a liability. The only shotgun I really feel you can trust is the Mars 26, which has gotten quite a bad rep, and you can get pretty unpopular by using that, even though that glitch has been fixed. The big difference between the Spas 12 and the 870 is that the Spas shoots one fewer pellet per buckshot than per shell than the 870. It also has a more narrow shot, means it doesn't have the same spread. To make up for the lesser damage it deals per buckshot, it reloads faster. You can nearly shoot this as fast as the 1014 or the Dow 12. I say nearly, because you still have that pump action that I can believe in. That was a shot on target, and I feel he should have died there on that range, but he didn't. He died at one shot there, and that's my main gripe with these pump action shotgun. They're very unreliable. I have come to expect that these weapons are not a one-hit kill weapon. I expect to fire twice to take down a guy with this shotgun. I think you should put on flechette with this, because you get an even more narrow spread. Of course, you need to be a bit more accurate, but you'll deal more damage per shot over range. And even though this is called close quarters, you still have long lines of sight, and you need you really need to be able to engage people at a longer range. One thing that's crucial with this is ADSing while firing it. You get more range, and the shot becomes even more narrow when you're aimed outside, like I did there. So you need to get that technique down. Also, keep the reticle up. Now look at this. This is typical of the shotgun. I feel I hit him twice there, maybe three if you discount the thing I hit in there, and he didn't die. I had to shoot him a fourth time, or fifth, to kill him. And that's what I come to expect with these with this shotgun. Now, let's move on to the 870. This has been a bit of an odd love for me, because I really love firing this gun. But it's so unforgiving. If you do not get that first shot on dead target, and hope to God you get it on the top of his, on his upper body, his upper torso, and his face, you're doomed. You see, I had to shoot that guy. It doesn't have the same range as the Spas 12, and you need to be really, really aware of that. But this is one thing you can do with 870. If you're lucky, you can take a bit of damage, and you can get that shot on target. I don't really have the same success with running flechette on this that I do with the Spas 12, so I rely a lot on the buckshots. But things like this happens, especially when you can't see the enemy. But things like this also happens. See, now I'm getting some really good one-hit kills. But one thing I've noticed, especially since the patch, is a lot of time, especially when under suppression, it's like it's glitched. It's like I get this sort of weird input lag. When I press the button, it doesn't fire. It's like I see the pump action finish, but it's not ready to fire. And that has gotten me killed a lot. Oh, look at this. What a... Well done of those fucking douchebag assignments, dice. That has got me killed a lot of times. And that's frustrating. And I experienced the same thing with the 93R. But I think the 870 is more prone to suffer under suppression than the Spas 12 is. And having said that, I am starting to think that there's no room for the 870 in Battlefield 3 anymore. Well, granted, it's still a beautiful and lovely shotgun, but the Spas 12 outdo it. Even though it deals less damage per shot, you can get that extra shot off faster. And with the since both shotguns are so unreliable, I think the Spas 12 is a better choice. Having said that, I see no reason not to use the Dow 12. Dow 12 is my favorite shotgun. Granted, it doesn't really take the same skill level. It's basically a spray weapon without the praying. You got 12 box shots. You got 12 rounds, and you don't use flechette on this. I use pure box shots. You got 12 shells, and you can just spam them. And it shoots fast enough that you can get 3 shots off on a guy pretty fast. But it can also do this. Boom, 1 shot to the face, dead. So you still have the ability to take down a guy with 1 shot. And you have the ability to get that follow-up shot like this. Look, I missed a shot, I just sprayed, and I hit him because the guy was injured. But this 1 shot, boom, down. So when I need to clear a room, I go with the Dow 12. I cannot justify using any other shotgun except for me just want to challenge myself. I just think that the Dow 12 excels in every way. If I have to put it up against the users, I'd prefer the Dow 12 because the users just run through ammo and I don't have to be called out in the chat with all sorts of disgusting obscenities. So, I like shotguns, you know that, and I like tanks. I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. But give the Spas 12 a chance and see if you can't get it work. But try with the flechette.